Hey everybody, this is a Lakewood Model 1200A 12-inch oscillating desk fan. Now this one is not the one that I've recorded before. I did have one previously that I filmed a video of a couple years ago. I think it was like shortly after we moved in here. Um, but this is a different one. That one I gave away to another collector. So this is a different one. Now, this one actually won off of the Goodwill auction site. I was just searching on the site just a few nights ago actually, and I came across this, and it had like a few minutes to go in the auction, and there were no bids on it. And the way that they work is if I think if nobody bids on them, they don't get reposted. So I thought, I need another one of these, and it was pretty cheap, so I thought, why not? I bid on it. A few minutes later, I won it. So it arrived a few days later. Surprisingly, they did not take it apart or anything to ship it. So they shipped it like in one piece, and somehow it survived shipping. I have no idea how, because these things are super delicate. They're made entirely of plastic. The grill is all plastic, base, neck, everything. All the vital mechanical parts are all plastic. So yeah, a miracle that it survived and it got here in one piece. And it looks really great. This one is not like the one, it's like the one that I used to have, but there's some slight differences that I'll get into. But first of all, this one is from 1988. It is dated on the inside. Um, it is actually from May of 1988, so this month is this fan's 35th birth month, which I thought was kind of cool. Um, Now, like I said, the grill is entirely made out of plastic. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side here. So you can see plastic grill, both front and rear. Um, and yeah, the motor housing and base are kind of similar to the first gen Galaxies a bit, except that the motor housing is only one piece here, but the base has that very sort of squared profile, very 70s. Kind of shocked to see that they kept this design all the way through the 80s. But yeah, got your oscillator knob on top, and then the back, you can see you have the rather large vents on the back to allow for cooling for the motor. So yeah, and I'm going to bring it back around here. Now, there are some of the differences between this one and the one that I used to have. I'm actually going to take the camera off the tripod here for a minute, but first is the push buttons for the speeds. You'll see this one, the off is a brown color, and then low, medium, and high are all the same color. Now, the old one that I had was not like this. It actually had the buttons. It was brown, and then each speed would increase in, or actually I think, I don't know, I think it would have been the low was like a darker brown, medium was a lighter brown, and high was like this color. So like the reverse of what Galaxy had here, where they go from light to dark. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I don't know why they changed that. And another thing, a pretty subtle difference that they changed is that this one's switch plate badges here, both the top one here and the side one here that says Lakewood, are both smooth. They don't have any texture, and they're very glossy, as you can see. The one that I used to have had like a lines, like radial lines going from the center here out, and on the bottom here they like radiated out from here. It was like rays of sun or something. I don't even know how else to describe it. And I think the badge was a little bit shinier, so that was interesting. I don't know why they got rid of that as well. But then the center Lakewood badge is the same, at the old Lakewood logo, which is actually similar manuscript to how this one looks. This is on my old avocado green box fan, I think. No, it doesn't say it on the top there. Yeah, that cute little LW cursive logo. Yeah, also the cord in this one is brown, and I don't know if that's original or not. because the plug, I don't think, is it polarized? It's not polarized, so it could be old. It's old enough that it could be original, but the old one that I used to have had a white cord, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then another thing, this one's motor is a Samsung motor. It's pretty large. It goes out to like here, and it's silver, like silver metallic colored. The one that I used to have had a FASCO motor, and it was painted like a similar sort of like almondish color to this. And I also, before I test it, I want to just show you the label on the bottom here. Model 1200A, Lakewood Engineering and Manufacturing Company. Yeah, and it has all 4 of its rubber feet still on the base. Pretty cool. So, also this one's in much nicer condition than the other one that I used to have. The other one, well, if you remember, that one was new in the box, or it was actually used in the box because I got it secondhand. That one's neck bracket adjustment was broken, but this one's, as you can see, it still works. So that's pretty rare to find. And again, don't know how it survived shipping, but I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys back down here on the tripod because, oh, that's not straight at all. Alright, because we are going to start the fan up now. So let's turn the fan on high in stationary mode. And it does have a really cool startup sound, which I'll try to capture later. But yeah, I had forgotten just how powerful and good of a performer these are. I mean, for something that's completely made out of plastic and kind of made in sort of a later era of like the quality fans, because in the early 90s that's when they started to cheapen out, but this is pretty good for what it is. That's high. It's medium. And there's such a great difference in the speeds on this as well, which I really like. It's very quiet on low. Okay, spin it down from low. Not a great spin down time, but I did oil it after I got it, so I'm gonna engage the oscillator and start it on low this time. I'd also forgotten how nice and slow of oscillation speed these have. I don't know why it's buzzing each time it goes to turn to the left. Medium. And high. Oh yeah, now it's blowing everything away. down from high. Okay, yeah. Still might need to be run a little bit to work those bearings in, work the oil in the bearings, but now I'm going to go around to the back here because I want to see if I can't capture that really awesome startup sound it has on high. So here we go. You couldn't really hear it there that well, actually. Let's see if I can do it from here. Okay, that might have been better. Yeah, so I think that's just about it for this video. Whoops, just hit my elbow. So yeah, that is the Lakewood 1988 Model 1200A 12-inch oscillating desk fan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.